Starting a sourdough starter, day 10. Yesterday we scaled our starter down, and today we're gonna scale it back up because tomorrow is dough day. Now, to determine how much starter you need for your recipe on your dough day, what you do is you work backwards. That's why these ratios that we've been talking about so much are so important. Now, I'm gonna need 400 grams of starter to make my sourdough recipe, so I'm gonna work back from there. The day of the recipe, I like to do a 1-1-1 mix that morning. That way I know it's nice and strong. So I need to have enough starter to where I can do a 1-1-1 and get to 400 grams. So today I'm doing a 1-10-10 mix with 7 grams of starter, 70 grams of water, and 70 grams of flour. This will give me about 147 grams of starter total. So tomorrow when I do a 1-1-1 mix, that'll give me a little under 450 grams of starter, which is perfect where I'll have enough left over to feed my starter and my 400 grams for my recipe. A little bit of walking back the cat there. We give everything a good mix and then put it into the sourdough home, per usual. You guys have seen that a time or two. Now, jar sizing, what I always like to do is have triple the amount of room in there that I need for the starter. So this is about a 500 milliliter, 500 gram jar. I'm putting 150 grams in there. So if it expands up to the 450 mark in here, not a big deal, not blowing out the top there, not overflowing like you see some crazy pictures online of. If you remember from yesterday, we made 42 grams of starter was our total in this jar, and we only needed to use 7 today, so the rest, it gets discarded. I am still daily getting questions about discard. Why am I discarding? Why am I getting rid of this? Yada, yada. So to give you an example of why it is so important to discard. Let's say we never discard. We keep all of our starter. We keep feeding it at our 1-10-10 ratio. That means it grows exponentially by a power of 11. So at the end of 7 days, we have over 400,000 pounds of starter if we don't discard. That is why it is so important to keep a small starter and discard regularly. And with that, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.